Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. AB here along with Jack, and we are the Stream Catchers. Jack, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing real good. How about you?
Feeling good, feeling great. Excited to talk Chapter 3 of the Book of Boba Fett.
It's finally Wednesday. It's one of my favorite days of the week now.
Right. Only Marvel and Star Wars would make me look forward to Wednesdays.
Right?
More so almost than the weekend. I feel like there's a lot to talk about in this episode, so let's just knock out our quick hits and highlights, and then I will toss it to you. How about that?
Sounds good.
Sweet. Well, we open up in the present day, and we're at Boba's palace. A local business owner from Mos Espa comes in asking for help with a group of youths. And Boba confronts them and finds out that the business owner was charging too much. So he offers the youths some work. And then we go back to the past. Boba goes to the Pike Syndicate for protection payments. They say they already paid another tribe, the Kintan Striders. Boba says that he will deal with them. And so he goes back to the Tuskens and finds that they were slaughtered, just like episode 2. We come back to the present. Boba is ambushed by Black Chrysanthemum, and Boba and his new crew trap BK in that underground prison. The Hutt show up and say that Tatooine was promised to another syndicate by the mayor, and as an apology for sending Chrysanthemum to kill him, they offer him up a Rancor. Boba is playing with his new Rancor when he finds out that the mayor is not able to take appointments, so he and Fennec Shand go talk to the mayor. His delegate, the Major Domo, runs off, so they pursue him in a high-speed chase. Once they catch him, the Major Domo tells them that the mayor is working with the Pike Syndicate. So, well, there was a whole lot going on in this episode.
Yeah.
Jack. What do you think?
So there is an interesting power struggle happening, and that kind of takes up the majority of the present day, which is fine. It's interesting. Did the mayor promise Boba's territory to the Pikes? Is that kind of what we're getting to?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a whole lot that we could get into on that. But man, this was I'll say I really liked this episode. I don't know. Did you like it?
Oh man, yeah, it was as good as the second one, probably.
Yeah, I thought maybe even a little bit more, and I've seen some mixed opinions on it online, and I thought this was my favorite episode so far. I think I went into it hoping that they would expand on the present day stuff, and they did, which is exactly what and I was a little nervous because we got maybe 9 minutes or so of present day stuff, and then they went right back to the past, and I thought, well, great, now that the rest of the episode is going to be
I had
in the
that thought
past.
too.
And I was like, oh man, yeah. So I was very pleasantly surprised to see them spend the bulk of this in the present day. And
and to bring it back to the present day, that was cool. Where they had Black Chrysanthemums rip Boba Fett out of the bank and back to tank. That was really cool. That was a good idea.
He's a beast, and I hope that that's not the last we see of him. I want to talk about him in a little bit, but yeah, this was a fun episode. This is really good. And man, let's just, I guess we could just dive in. Do you want to start with the Pikes, or
where should we start? Let's try to take it from the top. At least try.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's talk about the twins for a little bit.
The twins, the Hutts,
because they're outie. They're going back to Hutta.
Are they?
Well, that's what they said, but it is hard to tell if anyone's lying when they're lying. So, because I believed the mayor, I thought the mayor would be an ally, and now he's looking like the antagonist, or antagonist proxy is until we get to like a leader of the Pikes. I mean, who the hell is the antagonist here?
I'm with you. See, I knew the mayor was full of it from the minute he popped up on screen. He looked shady. He's another Eleanor Bishop, and I don't trust him. And these huts, man, Boba even makes a comment in the episode. He's like, I have no reason to believe that they're actually leaving.
Yeah.
We'll see whether or not that happens. Maybe they were just a fun little recognizable figure that they could give us to keep us intrigued and throw us off our tracks a bit. I just don't feel like we have seen the last of them, and I feel like whether or not Boba and Finnick maybe go to Hutta to ask for some help down the line, or whether or not they are staying and trying to continue to take apart the territory, or take in the territory rather. It's hard to say what's really going to happen with the Hutts.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering if they were just featured in the show to add a little bit of depth to the power struggle. Just so that they would. I thought maybe they would function as an opposing party that was not the major antagonist, because we know. And they've thrown around names. I don't have them written down in front of me, but they said that that Mos Espa was did belong to 3 different factions vying for that territory. So with the twins gone, at least for now, it's pretty apparent that Boba Fett needs more help. And I'm hoping that I hope that ultimately I hope they find an ally in Chrysanthemum. I think that would be badass. Obviously, he's now got a pet Rancor. He's got a biker gang at his disposal. I mean, he is accumulating, some war assets here.
Yeah.
But I don't know if if this is it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's go back to Chrysanthemum then. Yeah, because I agree. First off, him popping in and just seeing what he can do and how imposing he is. You had, what was it, 4 or 5 of the bikers, plus
Something
Boba
like
couldn't do anything to him.
Plus the Gamorrean guards.
And the Gamorrean guards.
And Fennec at the end, yeah.
Yeah, so like it took the whole team to take him down. This guy's a formidable force. But now the Hutts have no use for him. They said to go and kill him. Bob was like, nah, just let him go. Set him free. Or the Hutts didn't say kill him. They said sell him off. But Bob was like, nah, let's just let him go. Let him, we don't even kill him. So maybe.
And then he jogs. Then he jogs lacklusterly off screen. Why didn't he just walk away? Why? I watched the episode twice. I noticed it the first time, and the second time I was like, God, I can't even watch this. It's so cringy. Why did he have to lazily jog off screen? Okay, you're laughing because I know you noticed it. It's so weird.
It's something I didn't really catch until you brought it up just now, and so now I'm playing it back.
He's so badass. He's giant. He's 9 feet tall. He's got this crazy scowl, and he's just like, oh. Okay.
You know what?
He just runs
it reminds me? You know what it reminds me of is Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, that is an unholy comparison. Oh, no.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Chrysanthemum, my boy.
That notwithstanding, he is an absolute force, beast, no pun intended. And when he was about to waddle off, he did kind of give a bit of a look at Boba as not an understanding, but not even a thank you, just kind of all right, whatever, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
I when that happened, I did sort of leave myself thinking, ooh, this would be cool if he came back and was a bit of an ally to Boba.
He's now out of work. Boba Fett has work. I think that he should be on the payroll, man.
He has work and food for days, right?
Yeah. That's a little more appealing than the barren deserts of Tatooine.
Oh, man, yeah. So, well, hopefully we do see more of him. He has been probably my favorite addition to this show so far, or at least the universe, the Star Wars universe out of the show. He's really interesting. He's so badass. I think Star Wars needs a Wookiee. You can't have Star Wars and not have Wookiee. This guy fits the bill perfectly.
Yeah.
What about
Um,
what do you make of the gang of youths that we have?
they were a little cheesy.
You thought so?
I don't mind their function. I think that individually they look okay. The one with the eye, the scouter looking thing on his eye, could
There's
take or leave it. The arm looks pretty good. The main girl's arm, the red arm, that looked pretty cool. But I really hate their bikes. I think that their little Vespa scooter, colorful mirror thing. I think it's all cheesy. I don't really care for it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I could take it or leave it. I did see somebody on Twitter put up a funny picture of Boba and Finnick with the bikes to their sides,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "Oh, it's the new Power Rangers reboot." It does look like it does look like the Power Rangers. It does
It
look a
just
little.
doesn't scream Star Wars to me. It seems very. I mean, it's as abrupt as when there's a '50s diner in Episode 2, right? Like it just doesn't fit within the world that it's supposed to be in. Like it doesn't work for me.
I've watched Episode 2 probably more times than any other Star Wars movie, and I've never ever thought to compare that to a
Really? Oh,
1950s
it's
diner.
totally it's a '50s diner.
It totally is.
It's a space '50s diner in a galaxy far, far away. It doesn't make any sense. It's bogus. It's cheesy, but it's Star Wars. Like all Star Wars is Star Wars. We gotta accept it.
Yeah, for better or worse. I do like
Yeah.
their function, and I do like that he's starting to form a bit of a family, so to speak.
Hmm.
He's got the Gamorrean soldiers. He's obviously close with Finnick. Now he's got these youths to help out, and it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool to see that. Yeah, the motorbikes, speeder bikes, whatever you want to call them, were pretty corny, pretty cheesy, but it is cool to see them add more to his kingdom, so to speak.
Right. Yeah. So the biker gang gets meant. Okay, so they mention a biker gang
Yeah.
twice in the episode. They mention it. Okay, so when Boba Fett is when it okay, uh, follow me on this journey. In the past timeline, Boba Fett talks to the Pike Syndicate. They say that there was already, another gang that they paid money to. I thought that it would be the biker gang that Boba Fett confronted in the Tashi station
Right.
with the weird symbol that leads up into it. You know what I'm talking about? That he stole
The
the speeder from.
JL.
JL, sure, yeah. Is that what they're
That's
calling
what.
it online?
No. That was just my thing.
JL? No. That's perfect. I love it. Okay, so this whole point is going to be about them. So we found out in the first episode that this biker gang exists. We see them pillage, I guess, a
Yeah.
home on Tatooine in the first episode, and then they put up the JL symbol,
Yeah.
not to be confused with the Justice League. And later we see Boba Fett confront them at the Tashi station, steal their bikes. Even the bike has the JL symbol on it.
Yep.
In this episode, we see, and I guess we've seen him before, but I didn't notice it before. I noticed now. The people that are carrying the twins' litter, some of them are that race of the bikers that Boba Fett kicked the asses of in the Tashi station. I'm wondering if those aren't the same people. I'm wondering if the twins didn't employ this biker gang. And hang on, there was, I swear to God, there was a point. Let me get back to it. See, but I guess now that they're gone, it doesn't matter. This revelation doesn't matter as much. But when I noticed the
Well,
race of the litter holders, I freaked out and started scribbling like a madman because I thought this was a good point. Now I'm thinking it through, and I'm thinking maybe not. Maybe they're not going to be in it. Maybe the twins will come back. Maybe this will be a thing. But those might be the same people.
huh. Okay. I didn't catch that. I'd want to check that out before I
Mm-hmm.
before I try to make that connection too. I do know that they're the ones, obviously, that slaughtered the Tusken Raiders because the JL was at the camp.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that you noticed that because I didn't. I assumed it was the Pikes that had done that.
No, yeah, it was the. But
Oh
when
man,
Boba
they're
goes
screwed then.
right when Boba goes to talk to the Pike dude, he says that we've already paid somebody for protection. We're not going
Right.
to pay you. He calls them the Kintan Striders, whatever they're called. I think
Okay.
that's the same people. I think that's the
Okay.
same group. That's how I interpreted it. So my thought process is Boba leaves the Pike people, says he's going to have to deal with the Kintan Striders, gets back to the fort, so to speak, finds out that
Hmm.
they slaughtered all the Tusken Raiders. Now he has another reason to go after them. And so really, I don't know what's happening in the past at this point. I
I think he's
sort
going to
of
run into Fennec next. I think that would be my guess. I think him and Fennec will deal with the JL.
That's a good guess because obviously we know she's a bounty hunter. Maybe he knows her through networking, or maybe he's worked with her
Hmm.
and says, "Hey, yo, I need a favor." She comes
Hmm.
through, and maybe we see that.
Yeah,
Because I don't know what
that would be my
the
prediction.
thing. I don't know what the thing is moving forward in the past, right? Like he's established.
Other than him getting his revenge, probably.
Yeah, and also something to do. So obviously the Pikes are involved in both the past and the present, and they're trying to seemingly connect the dots a bit to bring
Hmm.
everything together with the revelation that the mayor is working with the Pikes in the present day.
Right.
So obviously in the past, he doesn't know all that's going on. He just
Right.
knows that the Pikes owe him money, or he wants to get to a point where they owe him money. So
Right.
it feels like in the past, he's going to deal with the Kintan Striders and have some sort of a disagreement or arrangement with the Pikes, because this ends with the Pikes coming in on a ship, almost alluding to they were off Tatooine for some time.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see what they're doing and how they're going to bring that together. But the Pikes, to me, seem like the antagonist in the show. Whether or not they're at all tied to the Hutts still remains to be seen, but we do know that the mayor is tied to them. And I'm wondering if there's some sort of a leader that will get involved that will have to fight Boba or interact with
Yeah.
him somehow.
I wonder if the mayor makes money off of the illegal spice trade.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah. Because that, I mean, to me, that would be the mayor's only motivation to work with the Pikes, because the way I see it, he would do the best to work with Boba Fett. I mean, Boba Fett has already, assumed that the mayor sent an assassin after him and brought him back not trying to kill the mayor. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he should trust Boba Fett, and instead he's trusting the Pikes. And there's got to be a reason.
Right. Yeah. It's got to be money, right? It always chase the
Hmm.
money back to the
Hmm.
source. So they're still playing coy and keeping us guessing on what's going to happen. But I think at least we know that we can follow the breadcrumbs to the Pikes,
Hmm.
and I think that there's somebody that's at the helm of them, and whether or not it's someone we know or someone we don't know, I don't know. I don't know what to expect with that. Do you have
I
any
feel like it would
theories or
it would
guesses?
be
Or
I don't know if I have a guess. It would feel um I feel like it is time to bring in a known character, though. I feel like they're going to do it eventually. I think now's the time.
yeah.
And if not now, then you really got to go big for the finale, right?
Mm. Well,
But I
this isn't my theory, but I have seen this online a bit here and there.
mhm.
There's a theory that that Kira from Solo,
Okay.
that she might be the one that's sort of leading the Pikes.
I just remembered that she worked pretty closely to some syndicates in the Solo movie. Do you remember the names of those
And
groups? Because
maybe
I
it was
don't.
the Pikes, but I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen it.
Yeah,
But
I'll have to
if
take one for the team and watch Solo again. Not that it's bad. It was. I feel like I need to do a little research now.
it's not like you have to watch Rise of Skywalker again. Uh, but the thought is, if Kira is involved, perhaps we could see Han Solo.
Okay. Yeah, and they do have a young actor for him, and I'm sure he's itching to reprise his role.
Yeah. So,
It wouldn't be the worst idea. The only thing is, like, where he's at in the galaxy right now would be starting a family with Leia.
or at least fixing the Republic.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that was
I
another
don't know
thing.
how that would
That
take him to Tatooine.
that was another thing. There was a thought that he might show up with Luke and a
Hmm.
young Ben Solo.
That would be that'd be great. I mean, that'd be ideal. I mean, I want I want more Ben Solo.
Oh,
Like that was the best thing that came out of Rise of Skywalker was Ben Solo.
yeah, resurrect Ben Solo and give us a trilogy just based on him. Like that's all I want.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care. Give me more Ben Solo. Correct what you did wrong with Finn. Bring Ray back. I
yeah.
like Ray, but we gotta fix the mess that was. We're getting off track here, but we gotta fix the mess that was the sequel trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything because if I say anything right now, I'm gonna launch into a tirade. So let's go back to our episode. Let's talk about the Rancor.
The Rancor. Oh my god. Don't you love how he was talking to it? He was talking to it like it was a golden retriever.
Cute. Yeah, it's his little boy. Yeah, they're gonna be good friends. Yeah, yeah.
Do
Did not
you
see
think we
that
see him?
coming at all.
No, I thought that was a really fun small thing because as soon as you see it pop up, you're like, "Oh, that's a Rancor." Oh, that's right. Luke killed them. They need a Rancor. They're in the market for a Rancor.
Hmm.
And who it was? None other than Danny Trejo brought him
I
in.
think I was more excited to see Danny Trejo than the Rancor the first time around.
What a moment! It was like, Danny Trejo. Wow, a Rancor.
Do you think Danny Trejo just like hears about projects that are in pre-production and he just makes some phone calls? Is like, hey man, can I be in this? I only need to be on screen for like 2 minutes, but I really like it. Can I be in this?
No, they call him. They ask him to be in the project.
He's just getting phone calls day in, day out.
He's
You
like,
want to be
what
in
do I need to be in
anything?
the Fantastic Four
Oh.
for? Yeah, that was a really fun
Oh
moment, and
man.
I think they alluded to Boba potentially riding him at some point. That could you imagine seeing him running through the streets of Mos Espa on a Rancor?
Yeah, so they said that this one is a calf, so he's already big enough to ride. Like this, all that it would take is the training, right? Like he doesn't need to grow into adulthood to be saddled and rid. Like I think they could do it as soon as the finale if they really wanted to.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that was a fun addition. It's just another piece of them adding to the family of Boba Fett. He's got his right
Hmm.
hand woman. He's got his bulk, his muscle. He's got his numbers with those young bionicles, and now he's got a Rancor.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely I would bet, and I'm not a betting man, but I would bet that we are going to see someone get eaten by the Rancor. Someone's going to fall in that pit, and it's going to be a real Rancor pit again.
Thankfully, Chris Stanton wasn't in there at the time.
Yeah. Oh my God, that would have been that would have been terrible.
That would have been epic, though. That would have been really epic. Yeah,
Sure.
fun addition, fun addition. Before we got going, you said that you had something else you wanted to an idea. Did you already touch on that, or?
That was okay. So that was the JL biker gang.
Okay,
I didn't
okay.
know how I was going to connect the dots for you. Yeah, before we started recording, I told AB that I had an idea that I didn't know how I was going to go about, and I got lost in it. I got lost in it anyway.
To me, that is the most intriguing part of the show so far is how they're going to connect the dots from the Pikes, both in the past and in the present. I would say that we can expect episode 4 to blow it up a little bit more. I hope that they give us because it's the halfway mark of the show so far.
Yeah.
I really hope they just give us a little bit of a nugget that just sort of blows things up and makes things a bit clearer as we head into the final 3 episodes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with final 4 episodes, right? Or are they only 6?
There's 6, but what I mean is if episode 4 gives us something
Oh,
as we head
talking
into
about moving
yeah.
forward. Okay, I
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we need a big nugget, right? Like we're still guessing. We're still guessing at antagonists. We're still guessing at like, behind the scenes relationships that we haven't, we don't have
Yeah.
like the allegiances fleshed out yet. Like it's time for a big something. I feel like we need a big long episode, but I know that that's not going to be the case.
Well, last week's episode was 52 minutes. So I don't
I
think it's
liked
out of
it.
the
I like that
realm of.
runtime a lot for this show.
I do too, and I don't think that that's out of the realm of possibility to get more of those, especially the last episode. I'm sure is going to be right at that hour mark. This episode was, for how short it was, 38 minutes, including credits. There was a lot packed in it. So
Right.
I would like a couple longer episodes, hopefully, to give us a bit more information as we charge towards the finish line. And yeah, man, I agree. There's still so much to see. I mean, are we going to see him and Finnick meet in the past? What's going to happen with this mayor and the Pikes? Is there a overarching leader in charge of the Pikes? Is Keir Stanton coming back? There's a lot. There's still a lot to speculate on, and I'll say this, man. So far, this has been a really enjoyable show. I've really been into it. I had a lot of fun watching this episode. It's igniting that Star Wars magic in me that I haven't really had in a while. So,
right.
Good on them for delivering something so far that's been enjoyable.
It's been a really, really good first half. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, man. That covers all my notes. How you doing over there?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I think we got everything that I wanted to talk about. So I think we'll just take her on home then.
Let's call it a day.
Awesome, folks. Well, thanks again for tuning in. We always appreciate you. If you want to support the podcast, just let your friends know or share us on social media. You can tag us. The links to our social media accounts are in the show notes below. If you're on YouTube, feel free to leave us a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And we'll be back next week to talk about Chapter 4. Until then, folks, keep on keeping on.
We will catch you later.